If you are a YouTuber who wants to sell digital products or courses or coaching, or you're a business who wants to use YouTube to drive business, then the number one thing that you need on YouTube is a lot of people watching a lot of your videos. That is also called average session time. Now, in this video, I will show you a very specific, barely ever talked about way of increasing your session time, getting more people to watch more of your videos. And it's just one simple strategy that you can implement already with the next video. And this is what I want to talk about: YouTube end screens. But it's not what you're thinking. So probably you know about this feature, that at the end of every video, you can decide to link to another video of yours or to have a subscribe button like here. And I want to show you two ways of doing this. One way which most people use that is not particularly effective, and another way that can literally change your channel with one simple change. Watch this. Version number 1. Okay, you have video number 1. Let's say at the end of your video, you say something like, "Oh, I hope you liked this video. If it was helpful for you, here you can watch another video of mine." Something like this. Many people don't even say any real call to action at the end of the video. They just put the end screen element and hope that somebody will click. And that will then link to the next video, video number 2. The result of this commonly is for 100 people who watch the end screen element, you will have about 1 to 3% click-through rate onto the next video. What that means is for 100 people who watch your first video to the end, you will have approximately 1 to 3 viewers on the second video. That's a nice result. We have 3 extra viewers basically for free. So that's the minimum that everybody should be doing anyway. So now this is the version number 1. Let's look at version number 2. Version number 2 is, as you can see, a little bit more complex, but you will understand it in no time. Imagine your video number 1, and I want to use a little example here. My favorite example that I use for my clients on my YouTube channel is always the example of my target audience are freelance graphic designers who want to find more clients, okay, who have struggled finding more clients. So my first video has the title, "Finding Freelance Graphic Design Clients Was Hard Until I Learned This." Now, by the way, quick intersection, if you like titles like these, then I want to share with you my personal list of title frameworks. It's a list of 50 outlier titles that have performed well across different niches. And the way you can use it is you just take the list, you adapt the title to your particular channel or your video, and you know you have a title that plays in the Champions League, even if you might be still an amateur when it comes to finding good YouTube titles. So if you want that list, it's completely free. Just go in the comment section and write titles, and I will send you the link to the titles immediately. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, so this video is all about how to find freelance graphic design clients. So far, so good. Then at the end of this video, this time we don't just make a generic call to action like, "Here, watch the next video," or maybe I don't say anything at all. Instead, I make a specific call to action. Now, before I show you the exact words that I would use in a framework so you can adapt it to your channel, here's the important part. Video number 2, ideally, is some sort of the next logical step to video number 1. I show you what I mean. Number 1 was about how to find clients. Now, what's the next problem if you have clients? You want to keep them as a freelancer, yeah? So video number 2 could be called 9 simple steps to keep your graphic design clients longer. Again, you call out your target audience in there. This is very important, especially for educational channels or those who have a business or want to build a business with a YouTube channel. And this is the next logical step, the next problem, so to speak, that you are solving. So first you help them find clients, then you help them keep them. What I mean by that is anybody who finishes the first video not only proves that they like watching your stuff, because otherwise they would not watch until the end, but they also show by doing that this topic will be inherently interesting to them as well. So we can expect a higher click-through rate. And what I'm about to show you now, the strategy, the exact words that you can use as well, will lead to a click-through rate of upwards of 20%. And I can prove it to you. I have numbers from one of my channels that shows exactly how high this percentage actually can be. So 20+%, which will lead to every 100 end screen views, people who finish the first video, will lead to 20 plus extra free views on your new video. So here's what this can look like. I've blurred this because this is a German channel anyway, so it wouldn't be interesting for you. It's a fishing channel. It teaches trout fishing if you're interested. And here you can see that this particular video here, I don't know how many, I think it has about like 17,000 views or so. And the end screen element click-through rate, okay? So clicks per end screen element shown is 22.2%. So that means we got, in this case, 701 extra views just by making a specific call to action onto the next video that is relevant. So we had 3,158 people who finished the video, who watched it until the end screen came, and then 701 clicked to the next video. Here's what you have to say, roughly, to get this kind of result. And I'm going to say it as if I made it for this video that I just referenced. Yeah, we are at the end of finding freelance graphic design clients was hard until I learned this. I would say something like this. Now you have learned some really effective strategies on how to get new clients. However, there's one huge problem. Getting new clients is only one part of becoming a successful freelance graphic designer. It's also important to learn how to keep them, because otherwise you're just trying to fill a huge bucket with a big hole at the bottom. So watch this video next, where I show you 9 very simple and specific things you can do to keep those clients that you just won up to 3 times longer and make a lot more money. And especially number 3 in that video is super powerful and can be implemented in just 5 minutes. And then the video is ending. Now let's see what we did here. I broke it down in a framework that you can just use for your channel. Step number 1, recap the value of the video that they have just watched. Why? Because you are about to introduce to them basically, hey, what you just watched was great, but it's not actually enough. You need to watch another one. And so we want to make sure that they still understand what they have just watched was valuable information. So recap the value, restate the value of the video that they have just watched. But then immediately introduce a new problem. I like the phrase, however, or you can say, but here's the thing. And then the new problem that you introduce, the next topic of the following video, ideally is directly related to the first problem, or it's just a logical next step. Okay, so in this case, again, it was how to find the clients, and the next video is on how to keep the clients. And then what I like to do also, use a metaphor for making a stronger point. In this case, I had the leaky bucket example. So basically, everybody can imagine what it's like to try to fill a bucket and there's a hole at the bottom. You want to fix that hole. And that's what that metaphor was here. Then follows the exact specific call to action to watch this new video. And again, mention the specific value. Don't just say, hey, watch this video, it will be helpful or something like this. But you state specifically what they can expect in the next video and why it's important for them. And then at the very end, this is a little bit of an extra. I like to make a reference to a specific point in the next video, which will increase the curiosity. Yeah, you can say something like, you will especially love point number 5. Don't miss that out. Don't miss out on that or something like this. To just point to something vague in the video. And I think that makes it more likely to get the click. Now, this is how you can get up to 22% click-through rate. And I want to tell you why this is so amazing, because you might not understand yet. What's most important to YouTube, among many other things, is something called average session time. Okay? Now, you might be familiar with average view duration, which is how long do people watch any of your videos in percentage or in total numbers. Now, that's important to YouTube. But overall, they want to know how much time in total do people spend watching your channel. So how much time do you contribute to someone spending time on YouTube? And that can be consisting of 1 video, 2 videos, or 3 videos. So the more videos you have, obviously, the more session time there will be. And now what we do here is we actually increase the session time by getting people from one video to the next video and create something like a chain of videos that people can binge watch. So at the end of that session, they will have spent much more time on YouTube through your channel than otherwise. And YouTube loves that. So if you can create videos where the call to action in the end is something like 22%, you will have more and more people trickling down your videos, and you will create a much higher session time, which will increase the likelihood of one of your videos or even your whole channel just blowing up, YouTube recommending it to much more people because YouTube sees, wow, there's a lot of high session time on that channel. And that is great. And not many people do this. So you can kind of use this as a little bit of a trick. Not a trick, it's a valuable thing, but it's strategy to get just more exposure on YouTube. This is not even everything yet. Watch this. It's even more powerful than you think. Because, this is the extra benefit, we just talked about average session time and average view duration. Yeah? What some people don't know is that average view duration, as you can see here, depends a lot on where the people come from. Here's what I mean. If anybody comes to your channel or onto your specific video through the YouTube browse function, so basically the YouTube homepage, let's say, then that's probably the highest chunk of people, the biggest chunk of people that comes. But the view duration here is only 4 minutes and 12 seconds for that particular video. In comparison, if somebody comes through an end screen, which is what we try to talk about in this video here, then the average view duration for that person in this video was 7 minutes 39. So this is more than 3 minutes longer. This is almost double the average view duration. And that is, and it makes sense, right? It's someone who just watched a video of yours, they were convinced, they liked it, they got some value, and so they're more likely to stay longer on the next one versus someone who just came sort of randomly across one of your videos on the homepage. Now, what does that mean? It means that those 778 people who watched an average of 7 minutes 39, that would not have been there if you didn't use that strategy. So that means that your average view duration per video will be much, much higher if you use that strategy compared to not using it. And that's why it's so valuable. And it really shows that this strategy works, that if you put an end screen that is relevant and you link people to the next video, you will create higher session time, more binge watching sessions among your viewers, and ultimately you will just have a very, very much higher chance of blowing up your channel. Now, this was just one strategy to increase average session time. But another thing that's really important to get people to click on the next video is the title of the video. So watch this video next, where I teach you just step by step how to find really great titles for your YouTube videos that make people click. And you'll be surprised at how easy it can be. Let's see how high the click-through rate for that ending will be.